Okay, so before we get into any of the crazy action, none of the game audio or sound audio was recorded. So I'm going to be doing a voiceover explaining what I was thinking throughout this whole tournament. So off drop, we're conned, and I wasn't too worried about it, but I'm going to just kind of let the fights play out and you can watch. When I hit him for 110, I thought he was dead, and then I just couldn't kill him, and then his teammate killed me. While I'm respawning, my teammate kills his teammate. Shortly after I get a full loadout, I see this kid who just spawned, and I get the easy elimination. I'd also like to apologize for some of the low quality clips. I don't know what went wrong with the bitrate. Here we're in our third fight of the game where my teammate downs one of the opponents, and then the other one just kind of runs away. Me and my teammate pushed this kid after a huge build fight where we get the easy kill. And since I killed him, I snagged the better loot. I was also more shambles than my teammate. Here we get another quick and easy elim. It's late game now, and we're both shambles on movement and mats. We're both getting pushed by zone while we're getting shot at from high ground. We're lucky enough to find a spot where we can grapple up, box up, and heal for a minute. But once again, this doesn't last long because we're still getting pushed by zone. We finally find a spot in zone where we can both heal. After healing up, I'm looking for any tags or peeks I can get on anyone. And since we're both low on mats, I try to farm up and you'll see what happens. Yeah, after getting beamed, I only had a medkit and he had no shields. Somehow, some way, I am able to find a spot to grapple to that no one's at or conning. With this, I try to loot up and get any mats. I see a kid above me, so I chop him down to me and only get a 60 tag. But once again, zone's still pushing and I cannot sit and wait for him. But what I do try is get a quick peek when he runs through the door, which I cannot. I was able to sit in that box for a few seconds before I rotated to low ground, but then my teammate went down, so it was just up to me. I get a quick tag off, and then I get a quick refresh. Unfortunately, my luck isn't going to last for much longer. When I grapple up to height, I try to make a play, which leads me to getting killed. Game 2, we go 5 minutes without seeing a single kid or having an encounter, and here's the first kill of the game. Then, about a minute later, I kill this kid out of the sky. We see the other kid that was shooting at him and decide that we should 2v1 it. We were both thinking it'd be easy, but this kid was kinda good. He pre-fires me, which makes me box up and heal while Jack fights him alone for a minute. I was gonna spray into his box, but I couldn't pull out my gun quick enough. I conned to my teammate that it's not worth the one kill because we're getting third-partied. We rotate to zone, but we're just not in a good position. I get pushed by Solo while Jack sits in the cone for some reason. I tried to edit down but couldn't because he was holding the cone. We killed the Solo that pushed us, but then his teammate comes along. With his teammate spraying, I couldn't hold the wall, and the kid I killed just was in the way. So off spawn we get into a fight, but I have pretty good loot and I'm feeling confident. You'll see throughout this whole tournament I could not hit a snipe. These kids didn't look that good, but I also had no shield, so I was trying to play smart. Here, I will show you why the Gatekeeper is the best shotgun in Reload. And unfortunately, me trying to box up gets me killed. But my luck would have it that when I'm landing, I get shot. Game 3 was a little bit of a struggle as we spent most of it trying to get guns, especially a shotgun. I kill this kid who just keeps spraying me and takes away all my shield. Coming into late game, it's not looking good. I got sniped, plus we're low on heals. We're also not in a very good position. We're on the edge of storm, while 3 teams are above us. We're lucky enough to find Fizz, as well as get an opening to rotate more, so we pushed this solo for the easy kill. Since everybody was looking at us, I told him that we should stay in storm and rotate far side. We box up on zone once again, where ultimately we just sit here and camp for a while. But since storm is behind us once again, we have to rotate. But as luck would have it, I'd get pushed. I only hit the kid for 97, and then Jack gets sniped. Coming into game 4, we're feeling confident and ultimately still have very high hopes. I pushed this small box fight and get one of the biggest jump scares of my entire life. I think I scared him too because I'm not sure what he was doing. This game, me and Jack had great chemistry and just played very well together. I beamed this kid with the Spire, and picking up this AR is one of the best decisions I could have made this game. I get a couple tags off, and then someone else steals the kill. Since we kept getting pushed by Storm, we decided to be ahead. Here you'll see where Storm needs to pull back, so everybody has to come to us. Me and Jack just sit here spraying at everybody who has to rotate or that's in a fight. These kids that shockwaved put themselves in one of the worst positions they could have put themselves in. We find one of our old build fights that are just outside of circle, but decided to sit here and spray at kids who need to box up. Then the kids who were behind us tried to steal height, but we are not letting that happen. Well, I'm watching our backside, and Jack is looking at front. He sees this open opportunity for us to rotate way ahead of everybody else. Me and Jack get a quick beam on this kid where Jack ends up knocking him, and now it is a 2v1. I'm honestly not too sure how Jack killed this kid or when, but all I know is we ended up winning the game. While me and Jack farm, we ended up getting pushed by a team, and this is how it plays out. Both of them are pushing Jack, so I crack one, and then crack the other one. His teammate tries to sneak up behind me, but I get the one pump and Jack kills the other kid. The kid we're fighting decides to push Jack, so I drop down on him for the quick and easy kill. Once again, we're on height where every kid has to rotate towards us from the launch pad. Me and my duo decide to take this opportunity, waste their mats, and ultimately put pressure on them. Once again, me and Jack are in another great position after rotating where everybody has to come to us. Since we both have max AR ammo, we decide just to spray down and waste their mats. I see zone is pulling, and you can see exactly where I marked it, and me and Jack rotate over there before anybody else can. After grappling the height, we keep looking for any tags we can get off. I let Jack know we're a little bit too high, so we rotate the second height, which is right below us. When this kid shockwaved, it could have been it for us, but since we had Fizz, we could just rotate and decided to box ahead of everybody else. This kid gets a crazy beam on me, but I just don't have time to heal, so I make the decision that I should fight. Now, this decision making wasn't very good, but I trusted Jack to clutch up, which he did. Game 6, me and Jack both died a few times before we got our first kill. And then by these clips, you can tell it just keeps going downhill. Yeah, I could not catch a break. And then right after I go down, Jack goes down, which makes us lose this game. Game 7, we were a little bit frustrated. Jack gets pushed by a duo, and I make the decision that I should run away. That way, if Jack dies, we can at least respawn. Jack goes down a few times, but I run into this building looking for a refresh, and I find quite the opposite. I find a kid camping in a corner, which I die to. Here, you will see that the Outlaw shotgun is the worst shotgun in the entire game. With just an AR and a shotgun, I kill a kid with full shield, while he has the Outlaw. Jack goes down, and I see this kid lagging outside of my box, so I get the easy kill, but that doesn't last for long. Game 8 has an awful start to it. While this kid tries to box up, I jump into it and then get the easy kill. Then I get another. It is now a 2v1 because Jack is AFK while his parents are making him get off. He comes back letting me know that he only has one more game after this, so these next games are make it or break it. But soon after, we die to this duo, so we load up into our last game. We choose to change our drop spot and land the lighthouse. And here I should have got a quick and easy elim, but the kid decides to run away while Jack is doing God knows what. Jack finally decides to help kill the kid, but right after we're getting pushed by another team. I clutch up here for a quick kill. While I'm shooting at this kid, Jack kills him. We have a miscommunication. He goes to a duo and I go to a supply drop. He lets me know that I shouldn't 2v1 it, so I just continue to loot. After he spawns in, I grapple, tag the kid 125, and then his teammate shoots me, so I have to run away and heal. I see that Jack's in trouble, so I try to help, but I can't because I'm getting sprayed. I try to run for the supply drop to get shockwaves, but unfortunately for me, I don't get any, and they just drop into my box, which I die. Jack ends up dying, and we think we don't qual until much later when we look at the leaderboard and realize we did.